So, I was asked to give my thoughts on the internet's Rotten Tomatoes website by what they've done. Well, you all know what they've done, right? It's all over the YouTube, and I don't normally, just jump for the chance to talking about the same thing that everybody else does, because to be honest, everybody says it a lot more better than I do. But so the only thing I can do is say my thoughts and my ideas. And in case you still don't know what I'm talking about, stuff, it's basically the Captain Marvel and how Rotten Tomatoes have took down the section that talks about who wants to see it, and also the comments. And you have Rotten Tomatoes, the people behind it, who have basically jumped in and said this has got nothing to do with the film Captain Marvel. We just don't want all these comments and wants to see before the movie is released. It's just funny timing. And we've always said, I've said on my page most of the time, that Rotten Tomatoes is biased. We've always said that Disney owns Rotten Tomatoes, and then of course some people have come out and said, well, no, Fandango is kind of owned by everybody, like Warner Brothers and everything else. But then when you look at the majority of the biased critics and the reviews of the film, especially when you take something like Civil War and BVS, and BVS was the one that came first and had that idea, and you had all these comments stating, that people were praising Disney films for certain things, and those certain things, if they were done by any other film company, they would be slated for. So what's good? What's good for one is not good for the other, so to speak. It's like, you make a film, say for instance, Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel. So you would think that the critics for this, they should base it unbiasedly on how the film turns out. And will that be the case, or will they just give Captain Marvel a great review because it's Disney? They mock how dark it is, how dark some of the DC films are, but then when a dark movie comes out, it's just unreal. Sorry, I'm tired just now. I just thought I'd make this video. When you make a film and it's got a dark tone to it because of the story, right? You've got to accept that that's the story. You don't mark it down just because it's too dark and it makes you think. And you don't put it down because this is a superhero movie and it has to be light. That is biased straight away. That's you saying that the film has to be a certain way because of the other side. And that's generally how Rotten Tomatoes are viewed by DC fans. It's praises for Marvel, put down for DC, and these comments and these wants to see have been there for years, right? Marvel superhero movies have been getting done, for years now. So you're going to have comments and you're going to have all these people jumping in and saying, what they want to say and who wants to see it. And the Marvel and the DC fight has always been going on for years, but nobody said anything. But now Marvel's getting attacked, right? And savagely, you know, a Marvel movie is getting really hammered. Now, there's been a lot of DC films that's been hammered, but didn't do much. But now, just because of this Captain Marvel, and because Disney has invested a lot of money into this movie, right, they've took down Want to See and also the comments. Now, who's did it? Right? Well, Rotten Tomatoes basically said it's, you know, they want to change their ways and stuff like that. So, or was it Disney telling them to take it down? You're damaging the movie. Well, so does a critic score damage a movie. So does Brie Larson that comes out and only, you know, has all these agendas for like the Star Wars movies. But Brie Larson has come out and she has demanded a certain audience for her movie. She wants, you know, she doesn't want the white men now, the white men, so to speak, like me. And well, let's forget about the word white, okay? I'm talking about, you know, coloured as well. I hate saying the word coloured because to them they were born that colour, so it's not coloured at all, right? We're coloured, we're pink and whatnot, but let's not get back into that debate, okay? So white and black, right? White and black kids, specifically boys, for a long time buying comics, right? And I would say, just to guess, I don't know the facts, but I would say the majority of people going to see superhero movies would be male, right? And I don't care if it's like, you know, basically, you know, 99% out of 100 is male or it's 50-50, I don't care, right? For a long time it's just been male, and boys dressing up as Superman and everything else. God, there's a guy on Instagram and he dresses up as Wonder Woman, you know, but it's just so wrong. And of course, because she's going on with this agenda thing, it's turned people off the movie. It's not been as handled very well as Wonder Woman. And of course, Wonder Woman had its fair share of trying to promote itself to be this movie for superhero women, and we all know that Supergirl was done and Elektra was done and all those other movies, but Wonder Woman was kind of pitched as, you know, film of the year for women, for equilibrium and all that sort of stuff, and it's but it was handled better. It didn't have the main actress going out and saying, you know, I want diversity. I want to give poor kids cinema tickets to come and see my movie. We didn't have any of that. That is feminism gone bad. And feminism right now, I don't know if it ever had a good look about it, feminism. If it had a good name to it, because I've always detested it, okay? And I'm not just talking about feminism, I'm talking about the opposite of feminism. I'm talking about anything that basically, you can tell I'm tired. I'm talking about anything that is basically puts down the opposite. You know, I'm talking about you know, feminism for me basically puts down men and lifts women up. Right, I'm against that. I'm against any suppression against any sex or you know, gender, race, and whatnot. So what do I feel about Rotten Tomatoes doing this? To be honest, I think it's great. Why do I think it's great? Because hopefully news like this, and you should click all these other websites that are talking about it. Share it to the people. Share it to people that you know love Disney, right? Show them what Brie Larson is doing. Show them the agenda thing, right? Bring it up in your conversations. And show them how Disney is actually ruining a lot of people's lives by trying to control things. It's like, and I've said this hundreds of times in my previous videos, it's like communism. They're trying to, because their company is so huge, they are trying to control the media. They are trying to control the way you think, you know, by that Star Wars agenda, by this. They want to be seen as this great company that's liberal and everything else is. But we don't need those teachings anymore, right? Every company can do it. Fox can do it. Paramount can do it. Universal can do it, right? Disney, you don't need to be some sort of figurehead or the big halo above you. We don't need that. All we need is just decent films with decent stories. What we don't want is for big companies like you dictating what should be read or listened or watched on the internet by people that are paying tickets to see movies. If we want to say we don't want to see a film, that should be fine. That if we have, to be honest, what was it? 20%. 20% of people want to see the movie. Right? Now, what does that tell you, right? What does that tell? Well, that tells me that the daft people that actually use Rotten Tomatoes to dictate what film they should go and see, right? So, if I was to turn on Rotten Tomatoes and say, right, I want to choose a movie, but I'm only going to choose one that's fresh, then that guy ain't got opinion. That guy's pointless. All women is they're stupid and ordered, because I have seen so many movies that have had bad Rotten Tomato scores, and I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was Oscar worthy. And look at Bohemian Rhapsody. Look at that movie. Look at The Greatest Showman. You know, so people should not. But for this 20%, and they feel that all those comments, and I've seen some of those comments, and there have been good ones in it. See, this is the thing about modern societies. People want to feel that whatever their opinions matter more than anybody else's. So they have to put a comment in the section in order that they believe that their comment will persuade people to their own point of view. And that's why I've always been against Rotten Tomatoes and critics. You know, what Rotten Tomatoes should do is actually just wait until the movie is out of the cinema. Then give us your view then, if that's the way you want it. Right? So if you're already taking down other, people's views and comments about the movie, right, or trying to tell us what's a good movie and what's a bad movie. Now some people say, the company's not doing that, it's out of 100 critics. I don't give a damn. It could be 500 critics telling me not to watch this movie. I am still going to go and watch that movie. I'm not going to prejudge it just because you said the mixing or the sound was rubbish. And I've seen comments about Queen Bohemian Rhapsody saying, it didn't deserve the editing and everything else, and just rubbish. As I say, for me, this is a good sign. People may wake up to Rotten Tomatoes. I hope to God that they lose people from the website from stop using it. When I speak to people in general public, most of them don't pay attention to Rotten Tomatoes. So where is this community that uses Rotten Tomatoes. I believe it's not as big as we think, and please highlight this, and please highlight the controlled state that they're trying to do to us. They're trying to tell us what films to see, and everything that Marvel does is terrific. And the minute somebody says, not just Marvel, Disney, and the minute somebody says something bad, it gets taken off. Show them that. Highlight that. And maybe Disney could do with losing money. They've already losing it in Star Wars. Let's attack them with the Marvel stuff. Let's attack them by not going to see films that have some sort of agenda attached to it. Don't go and see. Captain Marvel may be a good movie. It may be a good movie, but see what I've been hearing that happens, or the background, or the actress's own thoughts on why she wanted to do this has turned me off. The movie may be alright, but the fact that this has been in this girl's head, and that's the agenda she's set for herself in this movie, has turned us off the movie. So yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, you are one rotten tomato.